at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Christmas time is here.
Who are you? What are you doing?
Worm-headed sack of monkey shit he is! Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
all in the reflexes.
Good morning, Valhalla! How are y'all doing this morning? It is so good to see y'all. Dave Bob, good morning, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm your huckleberry.
I'm your huckleberry. Why, that's just my game. It is just my game. You know, I'm sitting here looking at. It's right next to my desk. I've got a big portrait of Val as Doc Holliday, and it's signed and it says Val Kilmer. I have 2 guns, one for each of you. And I love it, dude. I love it. I love it so much. Out of everything in here, all the goodies, and that's my favorite thing in this room is that picture of Val. So I'm so glad I bought that before he passed away.
Yeah.
I probably would have never been able to afford it if I hadn't got it when I got it.
Yeah. Good guy. Gone too soon.
Gone too soon. Val Kilmer, man. And you know, did you see that interview with Michael Biehn where he's like, you know, I never met Val. I only met Doc Holliday.
Yeah. He said he was in a character all the time.
He was in character constantly. He never came out of character. Good morning, everybody. So good to see everybody here. How's it going? No Arwyn this morning. Arwyn's dealing with some stuff. All our heart. We love you, girly. Our hearts go out to you. Anything we can do while all of this craziness is going on, we're here if you need us. So Arwyn will not be here this morning. Shit. Am I still there?
The light is gone.
What the hell? What the hell just happened? That's so weird. It's like it opened up a whole new window. It's so weird. I was like, oh my God, am I back at the beginning? No. It's like it opened a whole different window and wanted to go into StreamYard again. Anyway,
I think StreamYard is just acting up today.
It is. It has been. With all the craziness going on YouTube, which we're going to talk about some of that today. If we might have a special guest this morning, I was talking to him before the stream started, and it looked like it was going to go that way, and then I don't know. He might be here. He might not be here. Who knows? But we've got a whole bunch of people here in chat. Mr. Dan Funk in the house. How are you doing this morning, brother? It's good to see you. Mr. Sean Estep, who sent 10 Loki's Mornings of Mischief memberships. Holy crap. Thank you, Sean. It is so good to see you, my friend. Sean is one of the great guys that are around here. He has sent multiple packages to me and to 24/7. 24. I just got one of them to 24/7 over Thanksgiving because 24/7 spent Thanksgiving with us. And it's just anytime a box shows up, I'm like, holy shit, Sean, what did you do now, dude? It's always so nice. And thank you, brother. Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing what you do.
Sorry I missed last week, but I had a very good time. And
hunting.
We harvested some game and had a good time. My grandson, my son, we were just 3 men beating our chests out in the woods.
Did you get any boar? Any pigs?
I'll just have to say that there's a lot less of them out there. I'm not gonna, exactly say how everything went, but yes, we got a few of them.
They got a few, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Sean, so very much, brother. This one is for you, and Snowdub received a membership. Holy shit, I didn't know Snowdub didn't have a membership. The Grim Dark received a membership. Shellback TJC, that's 2 Cotton Connection members, got a membership. Scattered Night got a membership. Sean Green got a membership. It's Comey Gone got a membership. OG 5610 got a membership. I hate the fact that they use ad handles now. I wish they just put their Reglios Cerritos got a membership. Tuckerburst that's 3. That's 3 members of the Cotton got a membership here. Thanks to you, Sean. Thank you, brother, so very much for everything you do. Let's welcome them all to the Viking Horde because holy shit, We've got some Rohirrim to set loose. Go! Mr. Adega Outlaw says, good morning, Valhalla, and hail all. I'm lurking. Thank you, brother, so very much for being here. You didn't have to do that, though, man. You didn't have to do that. We appreciate it, though. Adega is OG Valhalla from here from day one. Thank you, my friend. So was Dave Bob. So was Dave Bob.
Adega.
Some really good people here that have been here from the very beginning, and some really good people that have come along the way. Like Arwyn. Arwyn wasn't here in the beginning, but she showed up and brought a little sunshine, rainbows, puppy dogs, unicorn farts, glitter bombs.
All the good stuff.
All the good stuff. Thank you so very much, Adega. I know what you want, bro. I know what you want. I know what you need first thing in the morning. A little long live the fighters. Skull! And last but not least, Jedi Master Lost in Space with $5 super chat. He says, have a great weekend, Loki, Arwyn, Dave Bob, friends. Love you all. Skull. Guys, if you have not subscribed to Jedi Master, what are you doing? What are you doing? Get in there and subscribe to Jedi Master. Watch some classic sci-fi with him where they talk about, Lost in Space and other sci-fi classics. He's got a great channel, and he falls out of his chair all the time. I mean, we literally had to buy him like a 5-point racing harness just to keep him in his seat on Friday nights, y'all. He's usually here on Friday nights with us, and he's usually falling out of his chair either backwards, forwards, to the side. I don't know, but if you see his avatar come up on screen or his chair is just there, it means that he has fallen and he can't get up. He honestly needs like a stream alert button. Kind of like Life Alert from back in the day. Help, y'all. I laughed so much I've fallen and I can't get up. Like a turtle. Thank you, my friend, so very much for your $5 super chat. I've got to get like a Lost in Space thing. All I have is Star Wars. I think that's the only sci-fi thing. No, I got this too. Not everybody likes that movie, though.
Danger, Will Robinson.
That's right. Beware of the chair. Beware of the chair. Holy shit. Of course, that was on, Robbie never said that in the show, but they have that in Farscape, where Crichton's being tortured by Scorpius, and they throw him back in his cell, and he's laying there, and he's like on his face, like, ugh. And he goes, danger, Will Robinson. Danger. Beware of the chair. Beware of the chair.
I need to rewatch that. It's been so long since I've watched that.
Arwyn wasn't here at the beginning, but she's our bubbly, confusing glitter butt. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Josh. Absolutely. One of the best sci-fi movies ever made is still Transformers, the movie 1986. I tell you what, man. I tell you what. I love that movie. I got to go to the anniversary, I think last year, and watch it in theaters. I got like the cup and the popcorn bucket and all that shit. Eris didn't like it. Eris was like, whoever wrote this was on crack. I said, well, you got to think, most of the kids in the 80s were hyperactive little shits that they were putting on Ritalin. So you had to keep their attention. So like the Micro Machine guy that's in there, and he's like, what about me, Ultramagnets? What about me? What about me? And the fact that he talks so fast and he's so like pew, pew, pew everywhere, that's pretty much like every kid in the 80s, because they didn't know how to deal with us. So they weren't like super dosing us, but they were basically using us like test subjects back in the day. So
yeah, I'm just gonna have to come out and say my favorite old sci-fi movie has got to be Forbidden Planet.
Yes.
Leslie Nielsen back when he was a leading man. And man, that movie just had it all. I think that was probably one of the movies that really just started the sci-fi genre as far as television and movies, because after that, Gene Roddenberry took a lot of his stuff, from that movie and everything else. You can just look at all the stuff in that movie, and then when you watch Star Trek, you can recognize all the different things.
Yep. The gravity thing, or they getting like a decelerator thing at the beginning of the movie, where it's almost like a transporter, because it puts them in that so they aren't crushed
by the
when the ship decelerates. Yes, by the G forces. I love that. I absolutely love that.
That's why they have inertia. What do they call them? Inertial
dampeners
on starships now.
On Star Trek, yeah. Tuckerberg says G.I. Joe the movie. Also, dude, I love the opening to that movie where Cobra's coming out of the air carrier, and that the song they use, Cobra, 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 and they're gonna blow up the Statue of Liberty. I thought that was absolutely back in the day when I was a kid. I still do. I just watched it the other day and I was like, God, I love the opening of this movie. And Eris was like, what are you watching? I'm like, G.I. Joe the movie. She's like, just goes about doing what she's doing. But I love that movie. I absolutely. Okay. Yes, I will agree with that. Mistakes were made, but it's Burgess Meredith, dude. It's Burgess Meredith.
Yep.
I'll take Burgess Meredith and G.I. Joe. I'm sure he was like, what is this shit? But we're snakes. We're all giant snakes. Walking snakes. Okay, whatever. It's about as bad as when I told Rocky to get up. Get up, you dumb son of a bitch.
Catch the chicken.
Catch the chicken. How's that going to help him? Running around and catching a chicken. But dude, I love all that old stuff. I love that old. I love it more, guys. There's so much entertainment out there. That is why I'm not worried. I'm not worried. There's more entertainment out there right now than a human being can consume in an entire lifetime. If you spent your entire life, besides the 8 hours a day you have to sleep, watching content, you will never watch it all.
Yep.
Ever. So I'm not worried about any of this stuff now. Is it fun sometimes to come on here and to talk shit? There's a lot of people that are genuinely upset that crypto's pissing on Superman and all this crazy stuff from the trailer that Gunn's doing. I just am like, okay, if I see something that's interesting, I'm going to go check it out. If it's bad, it's bad. And, I might say something about it. If it's good, I definitely will talk about it. But I think the time, at least for me, of covering horse shit is long gone. If Mike wants to come on here and rant and rave and we get a Mexican Iron Man rant, that's great. But I'm not.
I haven't heard of Mexican Iron Man rant in so long.
I know, Nitter. I'm trying to highlight Nitter, but I can't. It won't let me. There we go. StreamYards is being weird. 8 hours of sleep. I'm lucky if I get 5 or 6. I didn't go to sleep till after 1 last night, and I was up at 6:40.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel you. I think the last time I got 8 hours of sleep was last weekend.
My average is only about 4 to 5 hours sleep a night. I guess when you start getting older, you just need less sleep.
And good morning. Good morning. Is that okay? It's not the witch. I was like, what Is that the witch from Wicked? Ugh. Scary lady. Mexican semi-retirement man. I told him, he said, are you going to cover the Supergirl thing? I said, only if you get your ass on here and give the people what they really want. A rant worthy of Mexican Iron Man. So, I don't know. I don't. People are going to be James Gunn defenders. People are going to be James Gunn haters. People, they're going to do whatever they want. They're going to talk about whatever they want. I don't want to spend all my time talking shit about something. Here's the thing. I'm not looking for 1 million subscribers. I'm not looking for thousands of dollars a month in YouTube whatevers. I'm not, the stream isn't even monetized. Do you see commercials on the stream? And they've tried that before. They tried automatically loading ads on my streams. And I was like, no, off. And eventually they figured it out. Every once in a while, someone messaged me and like, do you know there are ads playing on your stream? I'm like, there shouldn't be, because it's not, the streams aren't monetized. So I might come out with a video that I monetize, but I don't do that. Humble Loki, stay humble. How many people are like, stay humble, and something happens and they're just up their own ass with bullshit? I'm like, no, stay humble. I'm not looking for millions of subscribers. I'm not looking for thousands and thousands of dollars a month. If they came in and they shut down our monetization tomorrow, it's just the way it is. We'll still be doing this. We'll still be on the air. We'll still be doing whatever. What happens if YouTube takes you down? We'll be live on Rumble and Odyssey and Kick and whatever. We might lose the history of the last 6 years, but I've tried to multi-stream to Rumble as much as possible. I forwarded stuff to Odyssey, who still has problems with YouTube, trying to take them off the air. Basically cutting off the auto upload to get your work over there. So I remember the common statement from Hollywood of the last few years: "You are not the target audience." That,
and they made it for a modern audience.
Modern audience. Did you see? I know you don't watch the Game Awards, and you probably don't know. One of the greatest games ever made was a game called Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic. Mm-hmm. It is arguably the best Star Wars game. KOTOR. And it had a sequel, KOTOR 2. Both of these were originally on Xbox. I think you could download them to PlayStation at some point. You could get them on PC. I've still got them on PC, and I've got my original Xbox games.
Yep.
But at the Game Awards last night, I got a message from somebody who was like, "Oh my God, KOTOR's back!" And I looked into it. KOTOR is not back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the spiritual successor to the first two games. What does that mean, Loki? That means that they're taking that universe and making a whole new story that has nothing to do with the original. That means that this is the spiritual successor. This is going to be something after or something before. This is not going to be connected directly to, but Loki, I saw a Sith Star Destroyer. Yes, you did. And it will have nothing to do with Revan or Malik. So you might hear about them. They might say something, but this is not tied directly to the original two games. People are saying there's going to be they're remaking KOTOR again. They're remaking KOTOR. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I don't care. I don't care. You would think I would get so excited about it. If this was 10 years ago, yes, I would be jumping up and down out of my chair, being excited about it. Mead has been demonetized. It has. Mead, Midnight's Edge After Dark. So guys, if you're not subscribed to Tom over at Mead or Andre over at Midnight's Edge, those are two different channels. Get over there and show them your support. I haven't always gotten along with Tom, but we're not like enemies or any bullshit like that. This does not deserve to happen to anybody, especially when it has nothing to do with the channel that he's on. It has to do with the channel before he even was a part of Midnight's Edge. This is bullshit. They're tying an old ass channel to this one.
Mike is in the chat, but he's not here. I'm very disappointed.
Sean, he said, thank you for my package. The front office said I got a new package and I'm picking it up this afternoon at the HOA and opening it up. Thank you, Sean. Absolutely. He sent one to us as well. So,
come on, Mikey. Get on here.
He's working on it. Tom is not my favorite person, but I sure as heck don't want him to lose his livelihood. This is complete bullshit by YouTube. Yes, he has lost his livelihood. He has lost his ability to earn on Midnight's Edge After Dark. This sucks. Whether you agree with him, whether you have argued with him, and none of that matters. Yep. None of that matters. And guys, I would do this for anyone that is in this position. Anyone that is in this position. This does not deserve to happen to them. Tom's been on the Friday Night Late Show a bunch of times. Tom's hung out with us all. I don't always, like I said, I don't always agree with him on his takes, but that doesn't mean that I or anybody else should be excited that he got demonetized. YouTube needs to look at this with an actual human being, with actual human eyes instead of their AI, and do something about this because it's bullshit. This was a channel that had nothing to do with Midnight's Edge. It was the same email. It was things that he did before. And let me tell you guys something. If you're like, well, Tom should have known. This channel is over 15 years old. What does that mean? That means that I go deep into the OG YouTube.
Yep.
Okay. I was there and I'm pretty sure it's like more like 18 or 19, maybe almost 20 now. You can go on my channel and look and see how long I've been here. I've been here for a long freaking time. I started out making music videos, guys. All that's gone. You won't find any of that. I've still got some of it like saved on a hard drive, but you won't see any of the old stuff that I used to do. Almost all of it was Star Trek, Star Wars, music videos that I clipped together and put together to music like Metallica, AC/DC, Rob Zombie, shit like that. Because that's what I did. When I started that, the copyright shit didn't exist. So they didn't nail you. They just let you go and be creative. So the fact that they're like, oh no, you can't ever earn on this channel. And now we're coming after this other channel that you made. No, bad form, dude. Bad freaking form. To quote Captain Hook, bad form. YouTube, bad form. And Keely Chow says it. Yeah, Tom did nothing wrong. So there were different rules then. And they're trying to hold you accountable today for shit that happened like 20 years ago.
Well, I just remember that one time when, they changed the rules so often you can't keep up with them. And I ain't going to say I accidentally did. I just showed you a certain item that went pew pew and boom. And it wasn't even a live stream or anything. It was a dadgum members chat.
Yeah, we were in a members chat. So we were hanging out in a members chat. And as I've said multiple times, this isn't Dave Bob's fault. We had done this before. We had done it on a live stream at night where he like pulled out, I think it was an AR-16 where you were like, or an AR-15. And you were like, look at this, Loki. Check this out. Pew, pew, pew. Nothing happened. And then what the government did was the government put pressure on YouTube to get rid of all the gun content. So they demonetized all the gun channels. They took out people that they thought needed to be yeeted. And what we got left with was if you show a gun that is not in a video, if it's in a live stream, anything like that, they immediately take you down.
Yep.
And that's what they did. And it was before that policy went in place, too.
Yep.
So they were setting it up. And I immediately got told, hey, we're not going to give you a strike. We're going to give you a warning because this has not been implemented completely yet. But don't show a gun on your live stream ever again. And I was like, okay. And I still, even though I got a warning, I still couldn't stream for a week.
Yep.
They took down FPS. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I loved FPS Russian, dude.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite channels to watch because he did crazy shit. He's like, these are called dragon rounds. You know, with his shotgun.
He dang near killed himself a couple of times doing some stuff.
God. Did you see the one where he had the minigun? He's like, see the battery back, and he's like, bah! And you're like,
one of the channels, I don't know if y'all know who he is, but Hickok 45. It's an old guy that's been on there literally since YouTube started. And all he does is get on there and do reviews basically about guns while he's shooting them on his private range. And, you know, I'm just flabbergasted that they keep doing that. And every time they make a new rule, it's always something that somebody's doing on a show. You can't, first off, you can't show anybody, you know, showing the building of a gun or anything anymore. It's silly. It's just
Speaking
stupid.
of guns, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, let me welcome the gun master himself,
Mikey.
What's up, Dave Bob?
Has been a long time, brother. I have not seen you in forever.
For Low, Mexican Iron Man has been in retirement as a non-YouTuber. And we might ask ourselves, Loki, has it not been well established from the historical record that I officially, over the last year, retired from all of my non-YouTube and YouTubing duties?
Yep.
I retired out of Midnight's Edge in the morning. I retired out of Midnight's Edge after dark. I retired out of Latino Slant. I can go on, and even this fine channel and this fine show, and even Doomcock on Wednesday night. And the list goes on. Many other shows. Because I wanted to focus on my life, and I wanted to, you know, lead a productive life. And I think it's worked well. I mean, my hair's not perfect this morning, but you know.
You're working hard and busting ass, and that's what you do.
Yep.
Well, ruffle.
Improve life, quality of life, improve fitness, and a great time out here in South Carolina.
Yes,
and
sir.
I've been enjoying my non-YouTuber retirement. I've been able to go work on my golf game that I still suck at. I've now recently, Mexican Iron Man is the newest Mexican boat captain down here on Hilton Head. I've joined the Freedom Boat Club. Obviously, I'm in better shape than I was a few years ago.
Oh, you're not the only one. You're not the only one. So if it wasn't for this guy down here, and if it wasn't for Polly, and wasn't for my darling wife Eris and a Dega Outlaw, I might not even be here right now. I probably would have kicked the bucket a long while back. I take a lot better care of myself now. I go to the doctor. I actually address the problems instead of letting them sit there and trying not to worry about it. I actually go after it and deal with it because of these gentlemen and my darling wife, who is like, you need to take care of the problem, not let it sit there and fester.
And so the question might be asked, what could possibly bring Mexican Iron Man out of YouTube retirement? Could it be thermonuclear war? No. Could it be the threat of global economic collapse? No. Could it be UAP or UFO approaching the universe with the threat of potential alien or transportal interdimensional invasion? No. Could it be another COVID with a zombie type apocalypse disease? F no. Could it be the Democrats at the gate of Hilton Head Island storming the shores? No, because Democrats will never be at the gate storming the shores of Hilton Head Island because they can't even afford the gas in order to get to Hilton Head Island. Because Democrats are a bunch of broke wokies that rely on the government. What could possibly bring Mexican Iron Man out of retirement? Oh, I don't know. Let me see. Could be something, I don't know, special. Like a church lady. Something that could bring me some kind of demonic, satanic activity. Something I may have seen on Twitter in the middle of the night. Some kind of demonic spawn that would create rage in me. Yeah, and what would the name of this here demon be? Who wants to guess in the chat what the name of the demon that doth woke me from my slumber when I had to take little sweet Bambino out for a midnight walk at 1 or 2 in the morning, and he had to do his puppy business. What could I possibly have seen on my feed that might have enraged me such that it would pull me out of YouTuber, non-YouTuber retirement? Who could it be? Let's go to the chat. Let's see. What does the chat say? What could have happened and who would it have been?
Repeat it.
Oh, I think we got a winner. I'm seeing the first winner would be Pacific 414. Could you bring him up, please? Is he up?
Yeah. Super Galaxy Girl.
Right. So I would like to present my case here for the biggest sack of horse shit. You know what? I was actually pretty hopeful at one time, James Gunn and look, I'm a former Snyder guy, but I don't fucking want Snyder back either. All right. So let's get this out of the way. All right.
Hey, I'm right there with you.
I'm a former Snyder guy, but I have moved on, and I do not want Snyder back in any way, shape, or form. All right. My therapy on that has well established. Did I enjoy the movies at the time? Fuck yeah. Do I still own them and love them? Sure. But I want to move the fuck on and away from fucking Snyder. And that is well established in the historical record. So I'm not some Snyder bro coming on here saying we need to bring the Snyderverse back. No. So don't come at me with any of that horse shit or try to belittle me. That's like you might as well call me racist. Well, I might actually be racist, but that's another story for another day. Because Loki tells me I need to be nice to my own people, and I'm trying, but my Mexicans are Mexicans, and they just act Mexican. All right, that's a story for another day. All right, let's go back. Let's focus. Let's focus on what we have. Let's focus on the problem at hand. All right. I'm gonna present my case here and express some things that I think are what we're gonna call horse shit. You know what horse shit is, don't you? Hey, Bob.
Oh no.
Did I lose you? Where'd Dave
Hey,
Bob?
I'm here.
All right. Dave Bob, I'm going to present the case for horse shit. Now, let's watch a little trailer here.
What's he doing? What are you doing, doggy?
Oh, look, it's empty bottles. Is that beer or is that, sugar-free soda pop?
Why does she have a suitcase record player?
Now, obviously, Supergirl is not able to maintain her trailer effectively.
What? This is her trailer?
Short circuit.
Oh, now someone made the observation like, well, he's peeing on Supergirl and Superman's pictures. Yeah, but this thing goes by so fast, unless you stop it, all you notice is he's peeing on fucking Superman. I never thought I'd see the day where anybody would be peeing on a likeness of fucking Superman, let alone some piece of shit ass fucking muskrat dog. But wait, there's more. Oh,
most of it on the paper this time.
Oh, she's wasted. She looks like she just got.
Hold on. I'm the subject matter expert. When it comes to cute blondes that get up and hung over after going on a bender of God knows what controlled substances, Mexican Iron Man. Hold on, we got to go back to the tape.
He really
Mexican
is.
Iron Man is absolutely a professional experience. Is a professional expert in this here look. I have seen this look on many a white girl, on many a morning or afternoon, depending on how late the night went, many a year for decades. This is what you call hungover, post-high, in recovery, needs to go to a treatment program, white girl, smoking hot or not. We could.
Let me ask a question. Is the little girl that was on House of the Dragons?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes, that is okay.
Maybe, and obviously she hasn't grown up even yeah, maybe. Who
That
cares?
is the young version of.
Hold on.
Hi, cars are out. Hereby by to clear.
Oh, we're getting hit by DC.
Oh,
this morning.
look. Now all the stunning and brave young girls of America have a superhero to look up to that is spending her time in a fucking bar.
Getting drunk and high.
A fucking bar.
A dive bar too.
Call me. It's not even the kind of bar that Mexican Iron Man would take a woman to. It's the. I don't see the. Where's the bottle lounge?
The best year yet. Let's be honest, babe. It's not a very high bar to clear.
I didn't know any of you were still alive. What was it like to lose everything in the day?
Oh, look, it's another stunning and brave young little 40-pound chick that is somehow going to be a threat or important, or who gives a flying fuck?
Well, hold on. That's Kandar. Okay, that is where Supergirl is from. That city you see right there with the shield around it.
I understand that. I'm about to get to that.
Okay.
I think that this CGI looks like shit.
And this would have been done by Brainiac.
It's not cinematic. It's not impressive. It's fucking cheap, and I've seen better shit on the C-fucking-W.
Her time didn't die in a day. The gods are not that kind.
And I got another question. Here's coming up my next question. Ready?
Okay, this does not look like this.
All right. I don't know what's going on with her makeup department, but could this girl please take a shower?
She looks like a dude. Look at how she looks right there. How do you take a beautiful woman like her and make her look like a dude?
This chick is smoking hot in real life.
Yeah, she is smoking hot in real life, and they made her look like a dude.
This is gonna end well. For you guys.
Whoa. Who's Pinhead? Who's playing Pinhead?
This here is going to be our villain, Loki. This is our threat.
I thought Lobo was going to be the one in the movie.
This here's going to be our threat. This is our evil enemy character that we somehow are going to have a story wrapped around, and we probably never heard of him. And
that's Brainiac?
Fuck if I know who the fuck this is.
Do others on your planet have powers like you?
No, it's a pretty...
The question I have to ask is, how much of this 2-hour movie, and I'm going to sit through, it's Taserface, how much of this movie do I have to go through while I'm watching and waiting for her to take a shower and wash her hair and and can she just go to the CVS and buy some deodorant? Like, how, if her hair looks like this and her face looks like that, I don't even want to know what she smells like. I'm just saying.
Small group of two.
Little girl carrying the sword bigger than
What Superman meant.
There was Lobo.
He's the good in everyone. And I see
So
the
Jason Momoa was going to play Lobo. She should have played from the beginning anyway.
All right. On a scale of 0
666
to 10, I'm going to ask the chat right now. 0 to 10. Right now, I want the chat to vote with your keyboard. 0 to 10. My score is a -5.
Skank Girl, the movie. Stank Girl. Not Skank Girl, but Stank Girl, the movie.
In the DC universe, Loki, who's the Superman universe expert? You or me? You.
Me.
Right? Batman's
Right.
my number one guy.
Well, I mean, the fact that I know what Kandar is and the fact that, yeah, I know that Brainiac sucked it up off the planet.
Mexican Iron Man has been with many a girl that looks just like that with messed up hair and maybe doesn't look right in the shower in the morning. But you know what? We get ourselves cleaned up and we get ourselves down to the place on the and we have ourselves brunch.
Pacific, this is the Tom King version of Supergirl. This is the Tom King version of Supergirl.
My parting comment is this. I am getting sick and fucking tired of all these mofos that tell me that I'm supposed to appreciate James Gunn's efforts in the Superman DC universe. Let me tell you what I expected. I didn't expect mediocrity. The best Superman content that's been out was, guess what? on the CW. Superman and Lois was an outstanding offering that I watched over the last few years. It was outstanding. In fact, I'm going to argue it's my second favorite Superman offering that I've seen back since Christopher Reeve. It was outstanding. I get this. I'm supposed to appreciate James Gunn's efforts on this. I see mediocrity. I see weak storytelling. I see non-compelling, non-inspirational characters. I see a movie that looks like mental masturbation on the screen, and I'm supposed to accept it. And for anyone on YouTube that's telling me that I'm supposed to accept that James Gunn's efforts, I say you're being a hypocrite. And let me tell you why. Because when we see weak shit come out of Star Trek with Kurtzman, we don't respect that. Without respect, we reject that shit. On this day, as a fan of the DC universe, as a fan of Superman, as a fan of great cinematic storytelling, have I been respected this day? I say no, good sir. No, I have not been respected this day. Instead, I have been, just like that little dog did, peed on by James Gunn. I expected greatness. We live in a world where we require inspiration. We require heroism. We require characters that would bring the world together in common purpose for us as humanity. That is what the greatest heroes have done in our comic books, in our movies, and in TV. They have brought us together. They have inspired us, and with great storytelling have awakened within us inspirational aspects of ourselves that were long since dormant, that then came alive, that made us go on to that next career job, face a relationship and fix it that was difficult, and find a way to move on in life when, in other words, we were living in despair, in sadness. Great storytelling amongst DC is not to be whimsical. It is not to be comical for comic's sake. It is not to be drudgery for entertainment of what Netflix viewers call content. It is to be great. It is to be inspirational. It is to be motivational. And for those of us that have found their lives being changed for the positive when we read a comic book, when we were little kids, or we watched Captain Kirk on TV, or saw Christopher Reeves, it is supposed to bring out the best versions of who we are as men and as women. And on this day, I say, gentlemen, we have been peed on, and I will not accept this peeing on by James Gunn and his little mental masturbation that he's doing with the hundreds of millions of dollars of Warner Brothers that Zaslav, that cuck-enabling son of a bitch, is allowing this mental creative masturbator to get away with. A cinematic crimes have occurred, and I shall not stand by and allow it to continue any longer. I bid you, gentlemen, adieu.
And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. He's gone. Holy shit. Mexican Iron Man, ladies and gentlemen, just came in. He just laid the smack down. He flopped it on the table, and holy shit.
We have nothing but smoking embers left. He burnt the place down.
Yes, he did. Holy shit. Yeah. Oh. Mike for Congress. Fuck that. Mike for president.
Yeah.
Oh my God. He said, okay, I need to go do my hair now. Later.
Tell him he better come back and talk to me after this thing's over.
I will. And good morning, Daryl. Good morning, everybody. I haven't seen everybody coming. Holy shit. Yeah. He just went werewolf on James Gunn. You know what? I didn't hate Superman, but I didn't.
It was mid.
Necessarily like it or love it. It was mid. It was very mid. And but it did remind me of this, and I have to be very specific here because someone was like, the animated series was so good, man, and that movie sucks, man. Superman himself reminded me of the animated series Superman. Why? Because that Superman was year one when that show started, and he evolved and he became more powerful. And there is a scene with that Superman later in one of the movies where he fights Darkseid. And he tells him, I've had to hold back my entire life.
Yep.
I have never fully gone off on something. And he beats the living hell out of Darkseid because he finally lets go and stops holding back. And that was a nod to the fact that in the series, he was weak. He was constantly getting his ass kicked. So it's like they acknowledged that, hey, maybe that wasn't the best idea, and said, okay, we're going to give you what you always wanted. And we'll even let him comment on it and be like, you know, back in the day, I was kind of a pushover. Now I'm not holding back anymore. You're going to get everything I've got and more. And they delivered. That Superman reminded me of the animated series Superman, not the show, not the show itself. So, but yeah, Supergirl looked much hotter than that. She does. In fact, I put up a tweet yesterday or an X post or whatever the hell you call them now, of the animated series Supergirl in the shorts and the crop top. That's like flying next to Superman doing cool shit, like doing barrel rolls over him. Why? Because she was fun. And she was like, oh my God, I'm on this planet and it's so cool. I can fly. Yes, you know, my family's gone, but I have my cousin. My cousin's here. He loves me. We're a family. And she's going out and being Supergirl. That is not what this is, obviously.
No.
This is the traumatic Tom King version of Supergirl, where she's all in her inner fifis about everything. And her home was taken out. Her home was scooped up. Like they took Brainiac took an ice cream scoop, scooped up Kandar,
put it in a bottle.
And put it in a bottle. What else is there to say? Thank you, Mike, for coming on. We don't usually talk stuff like this anymore, but I couldn't pass up the opportunity because we all know what's going to happen. I wanted to see what James Gunn could do with it. I think we've seen that now. Netflix is gonna fight Paramount for who gets Warner Brothers. If Netflix wins, everybody and their mother, every Snyder fan and their mother is gonna go nuts with all kinds of rumors and craziness that Zack Snyder is gonna come back and reinstate his Snyderverse and all of this shit. That, guys, this is like, even if they wanted to do that, it's at least 5 years to a decade away.
At least.
Them even starting something like that. So good luck. I just don't care anymore. They're gonna fuck it up. Look at Star Trek. Look at how dead Star Trek is. Star Trek is dead. We've been saying Star Trek is dead for years now. It is dead. Once Starfleet Academy is over, I don't think you're getting shit. And you're only getting a year of Starfleet Academy. They've already canceled it. It's not coming back.
They actually are going to have 2 seasons of it, supposedly.
Not unless they've already filmed it and done the special effects for it.
Well, I saw something on, I think it was Robert Picardo was on Smallville podcast, and he said that they were shooting the 2nd season.
They might have rushed to do that. I can believe that. Whether they actually do the special effects for it and come out with it. Good morning, Grim. How are you doing, brother? I'm not watching Academy.
Oh, I'm not watching it. I don't watch anything Kurtzman. I suffered through the first season or 2 of Discovery, and after that, we watched, the 1 season of Picard that everybody seemed to like, and I thought it was shit, but
Project Cambrian brings up a really good point. He goes, remember the classic Motu by Filmation? Of course I do. I love Masters of the Universe. In fact, I have in the box the Eagle vehicle that sat on the top of Castle Grayskull. It's got like the claw feet where it like sits on top of Castle Grayskull. I have that in the box for Mike. I've just got to give it to him. I already sent him his Christmas gift, but I was going through because I have a closet that's nothing but collectibles, where I keep all that shit. That way they don't get screwed up. They don't get set outside in boxes and warp or get heat damage. They're in a closet in the house. But I have that in the box for Mikey. I've just got to send it to him. So I may do that. I miss Loki shorts. Take Eris someplace cool this weekend and make one. There's some cool toy shorts that are up there. There's some cool toy stuff. I've been putting more and more toys out. I got to do a short for this day, Bob. I don't know if you know what this is or not.
Hold it up to the mic. I'm half blind. No, I'm just kidding. Oh yeah, battleship.
Yamamoto. Yeah, space battleship Yamato. It's got a color like that comes on when it fires and the engines light up and the bridge lights up. I can't get it that close.
That's probably some of the only Japanese stories, manga, whatever, anime that I ever watched.
I love space battleship Yamato, but I've got a whole bunch of stuff just sitting in the closet that I collect. I will be selling my entire Ninja Turtles collection. So if anyone is interested, DM me. Let me know if you're missing something. I've got all the original the movie ones. So I've got the movie ones from 1 and 2. I've got Super Shredder from 2. I've got the baby turtles from the original movie. I've got all the samurai turtles. I've got Casey Jones. I've got what's his name? Shredder's like second in command. Yatso or whatever his name is. Hatso. I've got a April O'Neil that goes for about $400 on eBay that I've been sitting on. And this was like a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive farmhouse. It's when she's in the farmhouse in the first movie. So if you want the baby turtles, dude, they're yours. I'll give you a good price for them. I think I paid $50 for them. So Tatsu, thank you, Pacific. Tatsu. Yeah, I've got Tatsu. If you want the baby turtles, they come in it's a 4-pack of baby turtles. It has the pizza box and all that shit in it. So I'm getting rid of all of that. I'm getting rid of all the Ninja Turtle stuff I got. So if anybody wants anything, DM me. I'll send you pictures. I don't know if anybody wants a Super Shredder, just know that I had a very old friend over that was very drunk and that got a hold of it and was like, dude, and ripped part of the back of the box. He like grabbed it and was trying to open it. He just ripped it. I was like, motherfucker, no. When he goes, what? I was just trying to open it. I said, it's sealed for a reason. I didn't open it. He was like, oh. So it's got a little tear on it, but those you can pick up. Those you can still get, I think. But all the toys are going because I've got to make room. I've got to make room for more Transformers, and I think that's the direction I'm going to be going. Is have Transformers, more Transformers shit, and space shit, and animation.
You never have enough room for all your toys.
No, never.
I don't care if you had a pocket dimension, you could still fill it.
Damn drunks. What? Oh yeah, dude. I was pissed. I was so fucking pissed. I was so pissed because I was like, he ripped the box, motherfucker. And he didn't just do that. He just. So I have a clock. It was the last thing my dad sent me ever. So I don't remember whether he sent it for my birthday or Christmas or whatever, but it's this Star Trek clock, and it's got like the moon. The moon is the base, and it's got the digital clock on it with your alarm settings and all that. And then there's a post, and it's got the Enterprise, old school, original series Enterprise on top. Eris found the base under the couch. Two of the nacelles inside the couch, like they got pushed back under the cushions, and the rest of the ship torn off that base and shoved under the coffee table.
Damn.
She glued the Enterprise back together, but the clock will never work again. And the battery pack in the bottom was gone. Like he took the batteries out and did something with the batteries. I don't know what the fuck he did with the batteries. I don't know how you get high off batteries, but the batteries were gone. Nowhere to be found. They're not in the couch either. I checked. So those were two things that got completely screwed up that I was like, son of a bitch, man. So the turtles are going to go to make room for other stuff. If anybody wants anything, let me know. Snowdub has dibs on the baby turtles. So we'll work it out. I think I paid like $50 or $60 for it. Whatever it is, I will sell these for what I paid for them. And nothing was out of price range. So if they cost me $60, which the 2 packs cost me $60 in tax, I'll give it to you for the $60 in tax that I paid for it. Doesn't matter what they're going for on eBay. If you want them, just let me know. I have multiple boxes of packs. I've got the Shredder, the Arukusaki pack with Splinter in human form or whatever in the Shredder. I've got Splinter and Shredder. I've got Tatsu. I've got, like I said, I've got turtles from multiple movies. So whatever. I don't have Kino. That's one of the one things. Like I had a chance to get Kino, but the boxes were all ripped at the store, and I was like, man, I ain't doing that. And I haven't seen him again. So I'm interested in the original 4 Loki. Okay, then you got it. Those are the 4 from the first movie. They're yours if you want them. Just figure out what $120 plus taxes, and that's not for 1 pack. That's for 2. So that's 2 packs for $120 plus tax because I paid $60 a piece for them. I don't care about. I'm not trying to make anything here. I'm just trying to make my money back and make space. So if you want them, they're yours. All right, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you, Dave Bob. Big thank you to Mexican Iron Man for coming in and ranting his full head off.
I'm honored to have been here.
You guys are absolutely great. And Jedi, if you want to buy them separately and you don't want to buy them at the same time, I'll hold on to something for you. As long as you're like, hey, I will pay you, just hold on to it. And that's not a problem. So I don't mind waiting. I've just got to make more room in that closet so that I can store the stuff I'm looking at getting now. Because there's a couple of those that are huge. I mean, huge boxes. The Devastator I've got, that box is massive. And it's back in there in the corner. And that's the black one with the purple accents. That's metal, made out of metal. They're like metal Tonka trucks. I shit you not. They're like that big a piece. So, yeah. Take care. You take care too. We're getting out of here, guys. Take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter. And join us on the next week in review. Hopefully Arwyn will be back next week. I hope so. I'm going to try and talk to her. Make sure she's okay. See what she needs. So, guys, have a great one. Be excellent. Always speak friend to enter. Later. Bye.
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 This program has been brought to you by China. Yes, China. Your friendly communist neighbors. We own all of your shit now, including your government.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.